Good morning, students. It's Ms. Cruz from the College of Career Center. So today I'm going to show you how to register for the SAT using the College Board website. So the first thing we're going to do before registering, we're going to go ahead and go over to www.collegeboard.org. Once you get to this page, you're going to go ahead and click on the sign in button at the very top right of the screen. This is the same way that you're going to either sign into your account or create an account, whichever one you're doing, if you already have one account or creating one. But again, it's at the very top screen, right side. Today I'm going to show you how to create your account. So we're going to click on create. You're going to select I am a student, and then you're going to fill in the general information about you. Now for a tip, for the last name, make sure that you put your full two last names. If you have two last names, your first name has to be your legal name, cannot be a nickname. Your email, make sure that you provide an email that you have access to, because it will ask you to verify that email eventually. For the username and password, make sure that you create something unique, something that you can remember, but make sure that you write it down because you will need it for future references. Everything else, like I said, is self-explanatory for there. For parents' information, if you want your parent to also receive notification of your upcoming exam, go ahead and provide your parents' email information. That way they also receive that notification. Once you do that, you're going to do the I agree terms and move on to the next page. Now I'm going to go ahead and log in into my account since I have already created one. I'm going to go ahead and do and go ahead and log in. It's going to ask me that I log in one more time. So like I said, this is the same information that I have put that you're going to put whenever you create your account. Here's my name, my fake name, and my email, and everything else that I created for my account. I'm going to go to the bottom and I'm going to do update for mine. Now, if it kicks you off for some reason or it makes you sign back in, whenever you do sign back in, this is the page that's going to come up. But if this page doesn't come up and you have to sign out of your account after you create your account, then all you do, like I said, you go back to collegeboard.org, you click on this little person link, and then you're just going to go ahead and sign in. If it doesn't let you sign in, like I said, this might have already been opened, and so just click on my SAT. So this is the main page that you're going to see every time you log in into your College Board account. Like I said, you might have to click, after you sign in into your account, you might have to click on your name and my SAT. And like I said, it should bring you here. Now, for me, let me go ahead and delete that one so I can show you how to sign and register. Whenever you come to this page, you're just going to go ahead and click register for the SAT. And then it brings me to this page. Now, like previously mentioned, whenever you do create your account at the very beginning with your name and email, and then you click next, it's going to bring you to this page. So it's not going to ask you to sign back in or anything. It just moves on to the next page for you. So again, if you're having to sign in, it's because you already have an account or the system kicked you out. But other than that, when you're creating an account, you're creating your username and password, and you insert your email, and it takes you to the next page, it should be this page. Now at the very top, you'll know because it'll say update parent info, create student profile, select, upload, and checkout. So that's how you'll know you're continuing with the registration. Continue. So again, this is just the same information you had inputted at the very beginning. Unless you need to update, then you can. For the names, once you insert your name, it will not let you make any changes. So like I mentioned earlier, make sure that you put your legal full name because it will not let you make changes. It is very difficult to get those names changed. So again, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the grade level, which is 12. The mailing address should already be there from previous information that we inserted. I'm going to continue. All of this here, if it has a little red star by it, that means you have to answer it. If it doesn't, you can go ahead and skip over it. But again, this is just general information about you. Very simple, self-explanatory. Now, if you look at the bottom here, it says update later. This gives you the option to skip majority of this part of the registration, or you can continue. If you're brand new to the account, then it will not give you the option to update later. It will ask that you fill in the little red stars since you're new to the account. But since I've already created an account and I'm logging back in to register, then it's not going to ask me to continue with the same information. But I'm going to still continue, that way you know what to expect after this page. I'm going to continue that. It's going to ask about student search services. It's just asking if you want more information about eligible college, scholarship organizations, nonprofit educational organizations. Again, that's up to you. It's not necessary, but again, I just go ahead and answer that because it does have a star. And this AP is just asking whether you have AP courses or you're taking AP classes. So I'm going to go ahead and continue that. GPA. Again, it doesn't have to be the correct GPA. If you know that you're an AB student, then you go ahead and select a more or less what you think it is. It doesn't have to be the accurate. It's just something that for now, I'm going to go ahead and put A. And then this bottom section is just asking for math, science, and writing. Are you high 10%, above average, or below average compared to other students in your age? So again, this is just more or less what you think it is. I'm going to go ahead and continue that. And if you notice, we're moving on through the steps. Again, a lot of this is optional. You don't have to do it, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to fill it in. But again, for each subject, math, English, science, social studies, language, it's going to ask about which math class you have taken, what grade level you took it in, and whether it was an honors or AP class. But again, like I said, this is optional. You can continue that or fill it in. For me, I'm going to go ahead and continue because you're going to have to go through each one. So I'm going to continue that, continue one more time, and one more time. High school activity. Well, like I said, this is just asking about your high school activities. These are all the activities they have available and which grade level you actually participated in. So again, like I mentioned earlier, this is all optional. You don't have to fill it in, but it's up to you. And then again, this is all just general information that you have done or you participated in. So I'm going to continue that. Level education. This is just asking what kind of degree or what educational plan do you plan to complete after high school. In other words, are you trying to complete a 2-year associate's degree? Are you trying to complete a 4-year bachelor's degree? So it just depends on you, what you want to put there. Again, this is not set solid stones. This is just for now, what are your ideas? For college major, this is just asking what do you want to study in college. I'm going to go ahead and pick, let's see, education. And under education, it'll ask what kind of education. Is it going to be junior high, elementary? Is it going to be psychological? Then, so it's different kinds of education. So I'm just going to pick for me early childhood education and teaching. And then you're going to go ahead and click on this blue, and then it's going to transfer. Let me move this one. It's not going to let me move that one, but yours is only going to give you, okay, there. All I did was click on this to make it move back. So again, you're just going to pick your major, and at the very bottom it's going to populate again. So again, depending what you select here and here, this will update here. So again, this is just optional. You don't have to know what you want to study yet. You can leave it as empty or put it as undecided, whichever way. And then again, this is just the college type information. What do you prefer for your college? And then again, just demographics about the college you're trying to seek, or small school, big school, a private, public, and things like that. Do you want to stay on campus or off campus? Financial aid. It's going to ask about financial aid. Do you plan on applying for financial aid? So what that's asking is, are you planning to seek ways of paying for college, such as scholarships, or FAFSA? So again, for us, we are going to put yes to it, just because we know that we're going to try to help you submit that FAFSA and help you apply for college for scholarships as well. So again, you're going to put yes or financial aid. And again, part-time job. Go ahead and answer that if you want. Okay, and then we get to this SAT terms and conditions. Like I said, it's a pretty quick process if you're not having to fill in, if you're choosing not to fill in the those optional questions. But again, we're moving on pretty quickly. Here, the terms and conditions, it's up to you whether you want to read this. If you go down here to the I agree and it doesn't let you click on it, it's because you have to go through this whole list. So if you notice, if you scroll down on the side, it has little blue links, such as here. You may have to click on those blue links so that it allows you to click on this agreement. It just wants to know, or it wants to know that you have acknowledged those blue links. So make sure that you click on those blue links. Obviously, you're going to click on them and then exit out on the page if you need to read it, or you're just going to go ahead and skip over. But make sure that you click on those links so that it allows you to click on the agree term. Agree on the terms. I've already been through this process, so that's why it's allowing me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on I agree. Make sure that you also click this blue button down here. It may ask that you click on that one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Now we moved on to the test date and center. So here it's going to show you the test location. Obviously it's going to be United States. SAT, we leave it as SAT, not subject test. And test date. Well, for us, the way I see it is sooner the better, because if you need to retake your exam, you can always do so sooner than having to wait longer. So again, try to pick a date that you know that you can that you're able to register for another exam if you need to by this semester. So I'm gonna leave it on September. It'll be best for me. And it tells you the registration deadline and the late deadline and the price. Try to register for, on the registration deadline before the registration deadline, because if you try to register on the late registration, there's a fee for that. So yes, they'll allow you to register until September 15, but there'll be an additional fee for that, in addition to the $52. For the essay, students don't necessarily need to take the essay part, but we always recommend it. If you notice here, it says the fee is $0 with the fee waiver, meaning that there are students who get free or reduced lunch do not have to pay this $52, nor do they have to pay the essay portion of the exam, because it's two different fees. For the ones who get free and reduced lunch or reduced lunch, I highly suggest that you select the essay, because that's another beneficial opportunity that you have. So please, students with free and reduced, make sure that you select yes for that essay portion. The ones that don't, you don't have to take the essay, but you can if you choose to. Just be aware that it'll be another $16 in addition to the $52. Testing accommodation, that's basically if you're needing accommodations on your test, such as extended time, or you need somebody to read the exam to you. You do have to be approved for that, or if you need to get approved, you may want to meet with your counselor. That way you can submit your applications to get approved for accommodations through College Board. But if you want to select yes for that, there are going to be SSD numbers that the counselor can provide you with if you have already been approved for accommodations here on campus. For me, I'm going to go ahead and put no. Fee waiver, that's basically a ticket or a piece of paper, a card that shows numbers saying that you do not have to pay this $52 or this $16 fee for the exam. So again, students who get the fee waiver are the students who get free or reduced lunch. So if you do get free or reduced lunch, let me know. I can always provide you with those codes, or for those who are hybrid and online students who are face-to-face can come to the CC Center, and we can provide you with that fee waiver card. That way you can input that information here or take it with you, and then you can fill it in and bring that card back. I'm going to go ahead and put yes so that you have an idea what it looks like. It is going to ask, like I said, for the numbers. The card that we give you has numbers on there that you're going to input. You're going to mark yes for the verification of eligibility and your counselor's name, and then you're going to click on the enrolled and eligible for free and reduced lunch program. So again, this is for only students who get free and reduced, but that's how you fill in the waiver section. I'm going to put no for now. because I don't want to input that. Student answer service, basically what this is a detailed information report. It'll tell you the test question types, difficult level, and your answers to the test. So again, this is a detailed report. You don't necessarily need it. You'll still get your reports regardless. It'll still show you how you did on your test, but it's not going to be a detailed report. If you want this report, it's another $13.50 in addition to the 16 and the 52 if you're wanting to take if you're wanting to get those two. So again, students with free and reduced lunch get this student answer service for free as well. So students, go ahead and select that if you get free and reduced. Take advantage of that. For the ones that don't, it's your choice whether you don't or you do. For me, I'm going to go ahead and put yes, and then I'm going to continue on that. Oh, I forgot to select an essay, the essay option, so I'm going to put yes for the essay. Continue. Here, so based off whenever you created your account, it's going to populate the zip code you provided. So based off my zip code, I can take my test at Bryan High or A&M Consolidated High School. So I suggest that you pick a location that's easier for you to get to, and that it's going to be easier for you to navigate the building. So again, I'm going to select Bryan High because it's a little bit easier to get to. And again, this just tells me the location I have selected. Now just keep in mind, students, before I move on, let me go back one. Well, I can't go back one, but the SAT exams are always going to be on a Saturday, off campus. They're never here on campus. They're always going to be either at Bryan High, A&M Consol, Blinn. Those are the ones that I know of. But again, just to keep in mind that the tests are not here on campus. They are off campus, and they're always on the weekend. So take a note of that whenever you do register in advance. Make sure that you let your employers know if you work. Let your parents know. That way they are aware that you need a ride if you need a ride. But again, keep in mind that SAT exams are always on the weekend, and it is an all-morning exam. So please prepare for that time frame. Now, moving on to the uploading photo. For the photo, make sure that it's something that's visible, clear. No one else is included in the photo. No two people. As you notice, I uploaded a photo of my son. He has a mouth guard here, or mouth covering here. Make sure that you remove that before you take your photo, because they will not be able to recognize if it's you or not. So again, make sure that it's nothing on your face, that they're able to recognize you, because they are going to need this photo in order for you to take that exam. I'm going to go ahead and continue that for now. The study guides, you don't necessarily need to buy them here online. You can always sign up for study guides through your Edgenuity. If you need me to sign you up for those study guides, let me know. Send me a Remind 101 or an email, and I can make sure that you have those study guides, whether it's SAT, TSI, or ACT. So again, let me know, and I can register you for those free exams, study guides. There shouldn't be a need for you to purchase these, but if you want to, feel free to do so. I'm going to go ahead and continue on that. Okay, so this is your admission ticket. It tells you your name, tells you your address, your date of birth. Like I said, make sure that the information that you put when you create your account is correct, because it's really difficult to get those things changed once it's inserted. It tells you your test date, the test type, whether you're taking it with essay or no essay, your testing location, and again, this is just other information, but this is basically what's going to be on your ticket, an admission ticket. So here it'll ask for your payment. So again, students who get free fee waivers will not have to make this payment. There shouldn't be for you to submit your payment. For the ones who have to make this payment, they're going to have to make the payment online using the credit card information. But again, once you make your payment, then it'll prompt you to the last final page where it'll ask you for you to print out your ticket, your admission ticket. On your admission ticket, it'll tell you again this information, along with additional information such as what you need to take with you, such as your student ID, calculator, number 2 pencils. If you don't have a calculator, double check with your teachers. Maybe they can provide you with one or lend you one. But again, make sure that you read your admission ticket. It tells you your do's and do nots for that test date. Make sure you take your ticket with you on your admission day, on your testing day, because they are going to ask for it. If you misplaced your ticket, that's okay. You can always go back into your College Board account and print out another ticket, admission ticket. I'm going to go ahead and save and exit here. That way I can show you your the main page. So like I said, every time you log in into your College Board, this is the same page that's going to bring you to. If you go down to the bottom, it'll tell you the test registration you have registered for. So here it'll tell you what test you're registered for, and here it'll give you the option to reprint your admission ticket if you need to. Whenever you take your test, it takes about 2 weeks for you to get your scores. So and then where do they show? They'll be here. They'll be available here under My Scores tab. You'll be able to view them there. It'll also give you the option to send your scores out to universities or college of your choice. As mentioned earlier, some of the universities here in Texas do not require for you to submit your your SAT or ACT exam scores for admission purposes, but they may need it for scholarship purposes. So again, you may not be needing them for admission, but you may need them for scholarships. Now, will it hurt you to submit those test scores? Is that going to penalize you if you submit scores that are not good? No, they're not going to penalize you if you submit scores that are not as high as you want them to be. But again, if you want to retake those tests, you can always do so. But remember, we're doing it for scholarships if it's not for admission purposes. I know that Prairie View is requiring the SAT or ACT test scores. So again, keep in mind that some schools are requiring it. So try to do your best on this test. What is the difference between SAT and ACT? If you like math and science, we recommend the ACT, but if you're not, then we highly suggest the SAT. So just keep a note of that. Now, like I mentioned earlier, students with free or reduced lunch have a lot of benefits taking the test for free. They can also send test scores to campuses for free as many times as they want. Students that do not get free or reduced lunch, they can send scores for free for only four universities or colleges, and then they would have to pay for those additional scores to be sent out if they need to send other scores to different schools. So again, students who get free and reduced have a lot of benefits. Make sure they take advantage of that. Be aware of your benefits. Where can you find your application fee waivers? They will be located right here at this bottom section once you have taken your SAT. So even though you register for a test and you missed your test, this application fee waivers will not show up because you never took the test. The other thing to note, guys, is that if you register for a test, especially those who are free and reduced, if you register for a test and you do not take the test, you will not be eligible for another free SAT exam. So please remember that if you register for a test, that you take advantage of that and actually take the test. Again, if you are paying out of pocket for this test, if you don't make it to the test, again, that is your option to repay another fee to try to change that test date. Again, you can change the test date. It's just that there might be a fee for that to make changes to your test date registration. That's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, if you have more questions specifically, let me know and I can better answer them via remind or email. But this is pretty much how it is to register for the SAT. But like I said, for those who are face-to-face on campus, you can come to the CC and we can help you register. For those who are hybrid and online, if you need guidance, let me know. Like I said, we can schedule you for a virtual meeting and we can guide you through the process if you need more help or if you're confused with the steps. But that's pretty much it, guys. Have a great rest of your day and I hope to see y'all soon.